So welcome to the end of the 2049 season. My name is Paul, also known as the Northman, and as you join us here, we are going to first off just nickname a couple of people who we've struggled with the names, people who, well, for example, this guy here, Jenya in the comments has said we should call him Jenya because his name... No, that's a YA. His name is kind of named the same as theirs, so I've gone with that. Franklin, Oscar Green, we've got Hansen, Mishan, whose contract is actually up. We'll discuss that. Godfrey, Franson, Arneson, Nylander, Stefansson, 16, Henriksen, Meng, Sturla, Tejada, and Bojan as well. This one, wasn't it? Bojan we struggle with, so we're going to go with Bojan. We've nicknamed a couple. Are there anybody in this series who you think we should nickname? Please let me know below. We can potentially get it done. Obviously, I am 1 week ahead. I'm recording this on a Thursday evening, and this video goes out next Friday, so in 8 days from now. Just so you get an idea of how far ahead I've always got to be. To make sure you guys do have a steady series of videos. So, yeah, that's an introduction to a video. Thank you for joining me. The end of the 2049 season. It's been a successful year. We won the Europa League in this season, in the 2049 season. Obviously, we won it before the summer break. We won the Super Cup, winning that 2-1 over KI. We won our domestic cup, beating our B team in the final 3-2. We finished runners-up in the UEFA Super Cup, and we did win our league title as well. Won 25, drew 0, lost 2. 2 defeats this year. Kind of pleased to see that our competitors in the league are doing well. But yeah, so we won the... do you know what? Let's go to history. Let's just enjoy this, shall we? Because when you look, Super Cup runners-up 2049. UEFA Europa League winners 2049. 26 league titles on our watch. 2 runners-up in the UEFA Youth League. 21 cup wins. 24 Super Cup wins and 24 under-18 league titles. That's not bad. We're 7 cup wins away from the best team in the Faroe Islands. We are the best team in the league in the Faroe Islands, and we definitely are due to the fact we won the Europa League. If this save ended now, does the Europa League win make it a successful save? Would you say me winning the Europa League with a club from the Faroe Islands would mean it's been a successful season? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say that I will end this save happy. If we win the Champions League, obviously amazing. I think we're a long way off. I think you guys know that. But I would end happy with the Europa League. I honestly would. And like I said in the previous video, someone has suggested Turkey for the Build a Nation in FM24. We're starting in the low leagues as well, so we've got to build the club, then build the nation. And I think the potential there is for the Champions League, surely. But let's have a look how our Champions League campaign has gone. We entered in the group stage due to the Europa League win. So we started off away to Lyon and we lost 4-2. 16 and Sturla on the score sheet, but they dominated. You can see there. We had... My camera's moved to where it normally is. We had 11 shots. They had 26, so they dominated. We then followed that up with a 1-1 draw to Middlesbrough at home. Makengo on the score sheet, but 1-1 at home, 1 point from the first 2 games. Europa League winners means nothing when you can't follow it up the next season. That was then followed up with a 3-1 defeat to Real Sociedad in Spain. Franklin scored for us, but we had 1 point from the first 3 games. Now, I did have a tactical change for this game. I went back to our 3 at the back. and we smashed RB Leipzig. Green with 2, Sterler and Yemmerland on the score sheet. So AB get the first win in the Champions League this year. AB 4, RB Leipzig 0. We then came up against Rosenborg at home, and I don't even know what to say. We looked the better team. We really did look the better team. But we just didn't take our chances. We were giving the ball away very cheaply in this game. 1-1 draw, disappointing. After the win in the last game, honestly, I thought we could kick on. Now, we have just ended the campaign for this year with a 2-1 victory over Ajax. Oscar Green getting both of these goals. Our old player Viotti on the score sheet as well, by the way. And that sees us in 17th place at the minute. 1-2, drew 2, lost 2. We are still in the qualification spot. Now, the issue we have is we have 2 games left. We are playing Dortmund at home, then Barcelona away. So we really need something in this Dortmund game. So we need these players to step up. Now, this season, we've looked alright. Top goal scorer Oscar Green with 29 goals in 37 starts. Franklin with 29 goals in 33. In 14 starts, Makengo has 16. 16 himself has 10 in 18. And Michan has 10 in 10. In terms of assists, Franklin with 16. Arneson with 15. Pontus with 12, 16 with 11, and Sterler with 10. So we did have a lot of goals and assists and stuff, but I've gone back to this tactic. I want to find a way to make it work properly. I want to find a way to utilise Genya correctly in his attacking midfield position. He is a top player. His media description bounces between Wonder Kid and attacking mid. Maybe now he's turned 20, it's changed to attacking mid. But it's difficult. Maybe we need to change Green to like a Poacher, for example, just to free up a bit of space for Genya to play. I'm a bit torn at left back. We have been using Kielstrup again, who has 7 assists. He is very talented, no question about 23 years old. But to be honest with you, the issue we've had is when I look at Bojan, he has in 8 starts in the league, in 10 starts, 15 sub-world competitions, only 4 assists. And I honestly thought bringing him in, even at his young age, he would be an assist king down that left wing. Having him on the left and Pontus on the right, who is wanted, by the way, by some clubs, I thought we'd get a lot of assists. I really did, but it's been a poor year. And I'm the first to admit when we've had a poor season. In terms of trying to be successful, to be honest with you. Just trying to be successful, we've just not looked great. I think this halfback role is going to have to switch to a ball midfielder just so he's not as deep. Maybe even a ball midfielder on support. Because we have Hitler and Sterler normally plays here, but he was out injured. If we put Sterler in here on attack, he's getting forward. So if we imagine Sterler's closing in on Franklin, Franklin's dropping around here to get involved. Genya is in around here, and then Green maybe is that Poacher. We definitely need to make some changes over the winter, 100%. Now our shortlist is looking a bit weak at the minute. I have agreed to bring in a youngster from Jamaica who's going to come in next year. He's nothing really special. He's coming in more as the option in our B team. Maybe he'll develop. If he doesn't, we move him on for money, basically. But apart from that, I'm watching this young kid, Otto, from Leipzig, who is a striker stroke winger. His pace, etc. just had me a bit interested. Mufasa, who we obviously have lost to Gladbach, I'm keeping a close eye on because he's not doing too well there. So maybe he could come back to us. Gonzalez, I've obviously been monitoring for a while. But the issue with him is he wants such a high wage. But I would welcome him back. And Yemelan could drop into central defence if Gonzalez came back. because Gonzalez coming back in that defensive mid is something I would welcome. He was a top player. Inderberg is again somebody else who I'm keeping an eye on. He is transfer listed now, but at the minute I've not been able to convince him to come back to us. Otterson has just gone to Gladbach, but as a future option as goalkeeper. And Yeller, who we obviously lost to Hoffenheim, I am keeping a close eye on as well. If I had to say anyone from our shortlist who might come in over the winter, Inderberg could be coming back to the club, I would say, as an option. The fact of his ability is the main reason, but also the fact that Green is wanted by 4 clubs and also Franklin is wanted, it just means there's more chance one of them ends up leaving us. I'd rather they don't. I have put an 81 million asking fee on Green and a 120 on Franklin. Both of them asking prices the agents agreed with. Genya still is surplus to requirements. I need to adjust that. We had a bit of a disagreement, me and Genya, earlier on in the season, but he has come back in, and he is in as a playable player at the minute. So hopefully he sticks around now. He does have 2 years left on his contract. Hopefully I can actually renew it. We paid 4.1 million for him, and his unsporting personality just meant he was acting like a bit of a prick, basically. But I'm not sure. I think I'm more content now we've gone to this 3 at the back. I think our back 3 of Harder, Solskjaer and Mark Watson is a very, very good back 3. I think Hjemeland is a very good defensive mid. 22 years old, he's just very talented. Now Gonzalez coming in could be a top player to bring in. But if he comes in, then Hjemeland maybe drops into this position instead of Harder. Then Harder becomes our backup. That, I think, would be the one who I would drop out. Because Hjemeland is just, he's all over the pitch. He's honestly top. Pontus, a wing-back, I really want to hold on to. He has a 40.5 million asking price. Maybe a club comes in and puts that in. Keelstrip, nobody ever comes in for him. He's probably going to be hanging around. We do get some loan offers, but I just reject them. And then maybe Bojan comes in, though, as the first choice next season. Sterler come back from Cardiff. Hopefully will be with us now for a few years. A genuine attacking mid potentially could leave, but I do want to kind of hold on him. And Franklin and Green up top, I think. First season, both of them nearly on 30 goals. Next year, I want to see them both close to 40. In terms of our bench, Michan, his contract is up. Midskogen end up going to Derby County. Will Michan end up leaving us? Potentially. I'm not going to release him if he sticks around on a non-contract like Midskogen did for half of last season. I am willing to keep using him. I did try to give him a new contract, but he wants to be a star player. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. The rest of the squad is looking decent. We're looking deep. We're looking strong. Our B team had a really successful season. They did win the league again. They finished unbeaten, 77 points. Going up was TB, who came second, with MB coming in third place. So they did end up getting up there. Who was it? Yeah, B71 have been relegated now, by the way. Former top flight champions have now been relegated to the 3rd tier. But our B team is looking very strong. A few players have just been released, so ignore that. But the likes of Nylander player there, Back, who is leaving us now, he's going to go off to Bristol City, but very strong. Torsby's down in our B team at the minute, is a very talented central midfielder. Probably going to come up into the first team next year is Cadet, signed for 2.5 million. There are some clubs interested in him. His work rate and stuff do disappoint me, so maybe he'll end up leaving, but very talented player. Loneland, the young Norwegian striker, 20 years old now, came in from Rosenborg. 9 goals and 8 starts for our B team this year. Then you've got the likes of that young Swedish striker. You've got Martin Jonsson, who's now 25 years old, still in and around our B team. Sinani, it looks like he's going on loan to Vikingur Goethe again. How long he must be? He's awaiting the paperwork to start playing for the Faroe Islands. So hopefully when he goes off Tariq Gergerta again, he'll get that paperwork. The young right back, the Colombian, we're probably going to end up letting him go during this window. We paid nothing for him. There have been a few clubs sniffing around. Andrew Lowe, again, we're probably going to let him go. We paid nothing. He has a year left on his contract, so now is the time to cash in. Just come back off loan. This Pisciotti, I don't know about him. He went to Malmo and didn't score a single goal. So I do think we're going to just try to cash in on him. Maybe we'll get 1 or 2 million. We've just been getting some money while he's been on loan. So it is going to be a very profitable sale when we let him go. Hancock, there's been some bids coming in for him. I think the latest is a loan bid, yeah. We did accept a £1.5 million bid, but he actually rejected it, which was bloody annoying when you're trying to sell someone for a bit of profit. But we're looking decent. Then you got this fella who's just come into the squad, signed from Blackburn, who, again, another year in our B team, then I think he might be ready to step up to the first team as well. So we are looking decent. Make sure you do comment below. Let me know what you think. Going into next season, hopefully we have some good stuff to talk about. We can review some things. I've been Paul Olsen, Northman, and I'll see you next time.